Hello, fellow pen lovers and stationery enthusiasts. It's Christy here, Snarky Wordsworth over on Instagram and Reddit. And today I am bringing you a small Jet Pens haul. Now, there are some things in here that I am super duper excited to check out, so I'm not going to waste anybody's time. Hopefully within here you might spot some things that you would like to add to your own stationery collections, or you might have something that you already have that you want to share opinions about in the comments. Feel free. So without any further ado, let's get to the unboxing. Okay, so here's my lovely little pile of goodies. Before we get to all this craziness, I'm going to open this up first. I was wondering where these had gotten to. Okay, so these two first. Okay, so this first ink is obviously from the Sailor Shikiori line, and it's called Kamoshika, and it's just this stunning shade of sort of a grayish toned brown. And I want to say that I first saw it on one of Karina Loves to Plan, one of her photo posts, and I just fell in love with the color and had to add it to my collection. So there's that. I will definitely be doing a swatch video of this in the near future. And then this one. Okay, this one is one of the Nagasawa Kobe inks. Kobe inks are absolutely wonderful. I am slowly growing my collection of them, and I just love how rich all of the shades are. This one is called Goshikiyama Ocher, and I just kind of gravitated towards it the first time I saw it in someone's photo post. I could not track this down for ages and ages. It seemed to be sold out everywhere that I usually go to, but Jet Pens finally got some of this back in stock, so I had to have it. It falls in this sort of like orangey peachy brown arena, and I there's not a single color in my collection that's exactly like this, because I love to play with similar shades and everything, but this is really quite on its own, and I really was excited to add this. And again, like I said, I love Kobe inks. I just think the formulation is really, really wonderful. So definitely excited to do a swatch for this. So stay tuned. And those are the two inks from this package. And now all of this. So these, I was really wondering where they were because it wasn't in with everything else. So this little guy. This is a super duper short Kaweco converter that has the folding, I guess, knob. So this, I believe, is designed specifically to fit in the Lilliput, but I don't actually have a Lilliput. I was told that you can use this in the Traveler's Company fountain pen, and I really have been wanting a converter for that. I could never find any of the squeezy minis that are also supposed to fit, so hopefully this will solve all of my converter woes when it comes to that pen, because I love that pen so much. That nib is crazy. The feel in the hand, the weight, everything. The Traveler's Fountain pen is one of my favorites. And so actually being able to have a converter and not just, refilling cartridges is nice for me anyway. And I know that's not everybody's cup of tea because it is such a small converter, but I like swapping out inks so much that this sort of capacity doesn't bother me. But yeah, so very excited to throw this in my fountain pen. Please don't get lost. Stay. Nope, not going to stay. There we go. Okay, these two are just wicked cute washi tapes. I don't know if it's coming through in the plastic, but I'll try and post a little bit about this on Instagram so you can see them all as they're, I don't know, displayed in their entirety as far as length goes. But this one is just sort of desk items. I don't know why there's a bunny in a pen cup, but like I would put a bunny in a pen cup if I could, I suppose. But like ink bottles and typewriters, and I love it. So there's that one. And then this one is another just sort of desk goodies. I don't know, I love the artwork on these. We'll ignore that for a moment. I just don't have any of the B series nibs for my Speedball. I won't be using this. I already have a holder, but I really, really wanted the B series so that I can just do a little bit of slightly thinner swatches besides my usual sealing wax sized swatches. Does that make any sense? No, probably not. Okay, these are the B series of Speedball nibs. I don't know why I never picked these up before. I have like a ton of the calligraphy nibs, but in any case, I wanted these for ink swatching and comparison purposes. And I couldn't really find any that weren't like weirdly priced sets that didn't already have the holder, even though I have plenty of holders. But, I'm sure you can always use one more, right? But yeah, so these go from like quite sizable. Come on, focus. There we go. Quite sizable all the way down to teeny tiny. These are also really great for monoline inking if you are a fan of doing lettering and everything like that. But yeah, I've never had a set of B series, so definitely excited to add these to my specialty nib collection. Oh, just a set of King Jim Kitta washi sections. I just really love the little Kitta tapes. I just find them very, very convenient, and I love these super neutrals, like this sort of like beigey craft look with the graph paper and the lines. I don't know. I just really liked the colors, and I also just really like the Kitta line. The latest set of colors from Mildline from Zebra. If you followed me on Instagram or this channel even, you probably already know I'm a huge Mildliner fan. I have all of the colors, and every time they come up with a new set, no matter how minor the shade change, I have to get them. But these colors are really, really cool. I love this sort of mustard yellow, the sort of muted lavender and mauvey colors, and then the two more green grays. I'm very excited to play around with these, and I'll make some swatches of that. Oh, this. I was super excited for this. Okay, so this is a Sunstar Stationery corner puncher. Let's see. There's the tape. Nope, Yeah, I know I'm really bad at using that thing. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, I love this color. It's sort of not showing up as teal green as it is. Oh, that is a nice sharp snap though. Let me grab a piece of paper. Hold on. Okay, let's see how well this punches corners. Very easily. So this was a really, really gentle sort of pop, even though the sound is really nice and sharp. And it's just got that light round. I'd say probably like a 1/4 inch. So nice, even corners. Definitely excited. I also just wanted a corner rounder that I can throw in my small Delphonics pouch and bring with me because I have my Crocodile, but that thing is ginormous and so heavy and chunky, and it's great if I want to round the corner of like chipboard or many sheets at once, but for just like little photos and stuff, this is the way to go. It is wicked light. And speaking of things to throw in my little Delphonics pouch, this is a washi tape dispenser and one that you can bring with you. And I really wanted it in this nice neutral beige color. There's a pink one, a yellow one, and I want to say a navy one, but I specifically wanted the all white or all cream, I guess. I can totally see myself losing those teeny tiny things. So let's try not to do that. Okay, so what you do is you put these little, I don't know, tubes onto this turning device, and you wind washi tape up on them, and then you have little teeny tiny portable washies that you can then put into this tube, and then it has that little serrated edge just like a regular tape dispenser, and then you can bring, I believe, up to 5 little lengths of tape. Let me double check that that's right. Maybe it's just 4. It might just be 4. But you can bring multiple little rolls with you, and it only takes up this much space instead of like 4 of these, which isn't bad per se, but this definitely takes up a good chunk of space. And I also just like that there's the slightly serrated edge to make it a slightly cleaner tear. I oftentimes will put washi on little what are they called? Bobbins, and then just play around with that. And that's worked perfectly well for me in the past, but I just wanted to try something new. This also just seemed really convenient and a really good size. So definitely excited to give this a try. Hopefully I won't lose all the pieces before I get the chance to try it out. And then last but not least, these two are just standard size sticker release paper inserts for my different TNs. I know I want to put one in my travel journal and then another one either in my day-to-day journal or my day trip journal. Not quite sure which one yet, but definitely know one for my long-term trips. So yeah, definitely excited. I've never actually played around too much with the sticker release paper, so this is going to be a fun little adventure in stationery for me. But yeah, okay, so this has been my little Jet Pens haul video. Definitely super excited to kind of play around with everything, and I will be back with a couple more videos just sort of expanding on what some of these items are and the colors and everything like that. If you happen to have any questions about any of these bits and pieces, or if you have any information about any of them and you want to share that, please feel free to put that in the comments. If this video was entertaining, useful, interesting, whatever, please do consider giving me a thumbs up up or potentially even subscribing to the channel. As always, thank you so, so much for joining me. This was delightful. I'm so excited to play around with all of these goodies. You know how I get with hauls. So yeah, again, thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye-bye.